What is HBO Max looking for? Female skewing content for their series and high-end talent for their limited series. You're going to see a lot of their titles are going to be linked to DC Comics. In animation, they're going to be looking at concepts that are, left field, out there, and for the time slots that are very late. They're looking for concepts and series that bridge the gap between YA and adult. They'd love to find their version of Bob's Burgers. That's worth seeing if you haven't. And they can handle the irreverent or little, off color. Whenever I talk about these, it's not necessarily to be discouraging. Sometimes it doesn't feel encouraging. But it's sort of like, it's just good to hear, right? And also these organizations, they have to boil it down to what are their talking points, because they're talking to agents and managers and talent, people that represent talent, all kinds, writers, and they want to be able to say something that makes sense to help them sort of search through the multitude of projects that are sitting on their desk. They want to be able to give them some guidance, because all of this being said doesn't mean they won't do something completely unique if it makes sense. What makes sense to me, and for you perhaps, is when you watch the programs here, you can say to yourself, I get it. That's female driven. It feels like them. Like, I'm a fan of Hacks. So you can see that's worked really well for them. And it was unusual. And, so that is innovative. It doesn't mean that they're not innovative. It's just that these are the kinds of things that work for them. So now they've attracted an audience that loves these kinds of projects. So common sense is give them something that would appeal to that same audience, or one that could broaden them a bit.